I'm Asher Westropp-Evans, and this is Immutable Opinion. Bitcoin is at a crossroads. In fact, all cryptocurrencies stand at this particular highway marker, and where they will go is really anyone's guess. But let me explain. Bitcoin was born as a revolution, at a time when revolution was sorely needed. The 2008-2009 was at the height of the global financial crisis, at a time that proved that the globalized banking system had let us all down. Taken out by their own greed, and despite years of small government and low tax rhetoric, the fundamentally hypocritical corporate leaders of the world flipped, begging for government assistance when the chips were down, and they had to face the harsh reality of capitalism's sink or swim mentality. So, with this era in mind, let's look at where we stand now. The world of late 2020 now seems poised to embrace cryptocurrencies. Billionaire investors, corporate entities, and even governments are coming on board. But these moves are not without trade-offs. In exchange for mainstream appeal comes mainstream regulation. And so the narrative shifts from cryptos as a revolution to simply an evolution. Let me give you an example. A recent release from the tax law office of David W. Classing, a California tax firm, is warning that investors in the United States, the IRS is cracking down hard on crypto taxation. The firm says that they've been tracking an increase in IRS enforcement activity against Coinbase users who fail to comply with their tax and reporting requirements. They lay out this concern in pretty stark terms, warning investors to take this issue seriously because once an audit or criminal tax investigation has begun, it'll be too late to amend your returns or take advantage of a voluntary disclosure program. Okay, I hear you asking, but taxation, while never fun, is one of life's two great inevitabilities, right? Cryptocurrencies were never going to be outside that system forever. Sure, but here's the problem. Crypto regulation, particularly in the US, sucks. It's pretty much just the way it is. Cryptos are taxed as property, meaning every single transaction is a taxable event. That is an intense onus on traders to keep in-depth records of each and every transaction, to a degree that keeps people from investing and innovating in the industry. And again, it begs the question, are cryptos the revolution or simply the evolution? By bringing the crypto industry to heel, regulators are ensuring that those who thought they were outside the system are ultimately being pulled back in, because the taxman seems unwilling or unable to see their inherent exceptional qualities. Now, just recently, billionaire investor Stanley Druckenmiller announced that he owns Bitcoin. He called it an asset class that has a lot of attraction as a store of value and could be better than gold. This is a huge escalation for an industry that was reeling when MicroStrategy's CEO Michael Saylor came on board just a few weeks ago. And Druckenmiller's announcement has been gladly picked up by an industry hungry for validation. In the words of former Goldman Sachs hedge fund manager Raoul Pal, the significance of the world's greatest and most respected money manager, Stan Druckenmiller, saying just now that he is long Bitcoin cannot be overstated. That has removed every obstacle for any hedge fund or endowment to invest. #Bitcoin. Now, this sort of action will no doubt boost Bitcoin's bottom line and get those speculators all in a tizzy. But I ask again, what happened to the Bitcoin revolution? I mean, if I wanted to define the existing financial elite, I'd probably just throw up a pic of Druckenmiller. Which is not to say that his views or investments in this space are any less legitimate, but they do seem to negate the legacy of crypto as a subversive, insurgent space, and indicate that we're heading into a starkly new era. We need to take a good look at ourselves here and think about what the ultimate goal is. Yeah, some early adopters made it rich. Hooray for them. That is an upending of the financial norm, to be sure. But if at the end of the day, the majority of Bitcoin ends up being held in trusts and by billionaires as a means of hedging against market fluctuations, what really has changed? The fact is, as the crypto industry grows, it is beginning to touch the walls of the cage that has been built around it. But those walls don't always make sense, particularly to a product that has been built to revolt against the system that came before it. So the question again is Bitcoin still a revolution, or just another tool for those who already hold most of the cards? It's a question that the industry needs to answer, for the reckoning is coming. But you know what? Prove me wrong. I'm Asher Westropp-Evans, and this is Immutable Opinion.